Am I live? Am I live? Good morning, everybody. Just getting a few things adjusted. I'm trying to pick up speed on the new realities of going live on Streamlabs here. Let's go over to the channel. Click on the box here. Yes, I am. There I am. All right. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Don't forget to give a thumbs up this morning when you're coming in. Hello, Jackie. JJ Superstar, Sweet Pineapple. Nice to see you today. I think I did that pretty quickly now. I'd like to change that thumbnail, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Hello, Charla. I hope the picture, hello Silverfo. I hope the picture is better. I did a significant amount of work. Thank you very much. How do you guys think the picture quality is today? Last night was all fuzzy and everything. I think it looks pretty good right now. Hello, Linda. Good morning to you. Had all kinds of nonsense trying to get this thing working. Hello, Harbor Chickie. Hello, nice to see you. Get a little bit of feedback from you guys. How you doing, Jackie V? Good morning, Jessica. It has been literally the Bermuda Triangle of electricity around this rancho, and it typically happens. Okay, so Linda says good to go, on point. Thank you. Looking a lot like Christmas there. Yeah, it was kind of crazy last night trying to get a decent picture. I switched cameras, and that other camera didn't work out. So what I did today, trees, yeah, because the camera's focused on me, so I'm going to be in focus, and the background is going to be slightly blurry there. It's just the dynamics of lenses. Hello, Olivia. Nice to see you. Just the dynamic of how lenses, they can't focus on multiple things at one time, and because I'm 12 feet from the Christmas tree, I'm going to be more in focus up front here. Thank you. You like the tree? Got the Motorola playing. This is the only time of year that I swing the Motorola into action. It makes it kind of a treat. Buenos dias, Pink Peony. Buenos dias to you. I don't know. You know, Marshall's talked a lot. How you doing, Carlos? About electronic and electricity problems. I think a lot of it has to do with the rain now and the tremendous volumes of rain that we've had over the last 3 weeks or so. It starts to soak equipment. It starts to get on the poles where the cable feeds are mounted and all that. Okay, good. Glad to hear that. Let me turn this down just a bit. No, it wasn't pre-lit. We did a live stream working on it. We did a live stream. I think it was Tuesday night. Got it going. Love the tree and the music. You need to step up your stream. You need to say 13 hours, 13 hours live a day. I've seen a lot of blues from people singing the blues about the realities of YouTube, and I'll get into that too. Hello, Harvey. I think one of the worst things that YouTube did was change and announce what you needed to apply for monetization in terms of the number of hours that you needed, the watch hours that you needed, and also the number of subscribers. Because in my opinion, what that did was drive a lot of people to put stuff on YouTube just for the sake of filling up those watch hours on YouTube. And I think a lot of people are disappointed that YouTube's teams of evaluators, whatever they are not just approving anything that goes up in the way or is watched in the way of content. They're trying to, I think, hey, Mouse Toes, they're trying to slim down, I believe, the number of channels that are going to be monetized in the future to get away from that. So I've seen the game change. I was watching some of Green Bay Wacky, who's a friend of Cab 7, watching a little bit of his live stream last night, and he was pretty upset about that he's not had the financial success on YouTube. He views YouTube as a career. How you doing, Bruce? And I think that encapsulates his experience. Kind of encapsulates my whole feeling about if you're doing YouTube just for money or to do it as a business, you're probably not going to be able to sustain it over the long haul. I think that you need a passion that looks beyond money to producing content and putting up content that people enjoy watching, and it takes time to build up. And he's been live streaming for about a year or something like that, and because he doesn't have maybe hundreds and hundreds of people in a stream watching, I think he gets disappointed about that, and then starts to kind of spill the blues about life, and it starts to spill over to real life. And I would say what Sean the Brit said: YouTube is not a cash cow. YouTube is a video sharing platform, and as such, you're apt to be disappointed. It takes a long time. Yeah, some people get lucky out of the gate, and they build a channel. They build a channel quickly, but for the most of us, it's a very long-term process. Even if you get a video that goes viral, there's no guarantee. It's, hey, how you doing, Kim? There's no guarantee that it's going to mean anything for the growth of your channel, because having people come to your channel one time and watch a video is far different than having people continuously come to the channel and watch the streams or watch the content. So it's very hard to build a channel. Yes, it is. It requires a lot of work, and I believe YouTube follows an algorithm. And I remember Casey Neistat, one of the premier uploaders on YouTube, and he's been to a lot of conferences, and he has delivered a lot of speeches telling people what he believes the key to YouTube is. And he said two words, just two words that he said: keep uploading. And I think that is the key. The longer you're around, the more you work yourself into the algorithms, you use the right keywords, and you grow a channel. But you have to bring the content. Yeah, very slow and very steady. And I think I've noticed that the people that treat YouTube as a money making enterprise or in a business seem to have the most troubles adjusting to the reality of what YouTube really is, as opposed to what they want it to be. Yep, you only need 420 subs to get to 1 million. Yeah, there's Nathan. Slow and steady. How you doing, Nathan? So I feel bad when I see people like Green Bay Wacky on, and he's doing his basically bearing his life for all to see, and talk about the monies that he's invested into putting a good show together. And this is why in any field that we're in my opinion, you have to pay your dues, right? Just because you show up at the theater and you take bit parts in plays and or in movies, it's no guarantee that you're going to be a big time actor. But the chances are greater if you keep showing up for work all the time. The call might come one day and say, hey, the lead is missing, it's your turn, let's see what you can do in there, and you might have a breakthrough. Same thing happens with sports, right? I mean, right, Lamar Jackson sat on the sidelines and watched Joe Flacco be the quarterback for the first half of the year last year, and he stepped in, and when Flacco was unable to move the ball, and the guy's been on fire ever since his big chance came. Yeah, big channels get big backers. Twiddling my thumbs, one to go home. There you go, Nathan. Visit like-minded, post in their lives, sub them. I've always, how you doing, Kitten Cat? I'm not in chat often this week, but I watch you on TV. I've been in pain. I'm sorry to hear that, Linda. God bless you. Hello, Vanessa. How you doing, baby doll? Vanessa, don't you dare go anywhere, honey. You're the talk of the town. So I just see this more and more, and it really started exploding when YouTube changed the terms and conditions of what you needed to apply for monetization, because I truly believe there's a lot of people that wouldn't have even thought of applying for monetization that sort of switched their whole game around to try to obtain monetization. And in doing so, they're doing what I call forced content. Okay, the people that ask you, sub my channel, I'll sub your channel. Those subs, in my opinion, are really pretty useless. The reason being is they're not going to end up, it's got to be organic. They're not going to end up watching your stuff because they just did a sub to sub, and they'll probably just remove your subscription because they don't care about the content. But if you let things go in an organic kind of way, then the channel growth is slow, but it's very steady. People tend to comment, people tend to stick around. Harvey said, after I get monetized, if I do this time, I'll concentrate more on vintage audio. Do your passion. Hey, Nicholas. Yeah, you need subs that watch, because people think that subs are the key to money on YouTube. It's not the key. The key to money on YouTube is views, 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 not subs. Not subs. Okay, that's the key. Yeah, we know. Okay, your things aren't even going to make the open chat, so now you're gone. Bam. You just don't realize how strong my filters are on this live stream, so your messages don't even get seen to the audience here. But you keep doing what you're doing. That's fine. So good luck to you. I just think if I'm burnout Christmas, how will everyone feel in a week? Well, I still think of it this way, Kitten Cat. I didn't even put up the tree. I didn't even buy a tree till Monday. And here it is, the 12th of December. I mean, I know people that go out after Halloween and get a tree and have it up and look at it for months and months and months, for a couple months. So I feel like we started late, and we can have that appreciation of the feeling of Christmas. But a lot of people do burn out. One of the other keys to having a nice Christmas is I don't watch TV. So I'm not bombarded with the zillions of commercials for, Lexus and K Jewelers, and the zillions of toy commercials, and buy a new $60,000 pickup truck. I'm not into that at all. So let me see, this chat's not refreshing. Let me just click this. Just refresh here. YouTube has been so glitchy lately. There we go. The key to YouTube is being likable, or being, or as you say, Elvis, or being entertaining, even in a negative way. Hey, Tom Finland, how are you? Happy holidays to you. And Jen, nice to see you too. I don't watch TV, so I'm not subjected to all the burnout. Hey, Deb. I don't get burned out on the Christmas season because I'm very filtered in terms of what comes into the content. I'll go to bed at night and I'll click on a classic 1930s movie or something like that for free, and I'm very happy. Or I'll turn on somebody's live stream. I don't need to. I'm not going to have a Lexus car or Mercedes Benz. Not that I have anything against, but if you're not a really materially driven person, it doesn't matter to you, that kind of stuff. Sandy, how you doing, sweetie pie? Netflix is becoming all canceled TV shows lately. Harvey said, I always try to be nice to people and even thank him for taking the time and trouble for coming on my side chat. Well, that's nice. Hello, Ron. Good morning to you in the other world there today. So although I feel bad for Green Bay Wacky, it's like I have to ask myself, what did you expect on YouTube? And he's talking about he can have more financial success on another platform apart from YouTube. Well, it's going to be very difficult. It's going to be very, very difficult because you consider that Google controls 65% of the search, and the others are so fractured up with search engines and things that Google's always going to put its own product at the fore, and they're always going to put YouTube as the go-to videos. Yeah, I think we'll light a candle for Ron, huh? Ron looked like he was a good guy. He looked like he was a very well-loved person. Hey, Hot Frog. It looked like he was a very well-liked and well-loved person in his area down in Nevada there, down in Henderson, Nevada. So I've seen this a lot over the last 3 months in particular, that a lot of people, and I'll say Harvey did for quite a while, and it just seemed the push was for monetization, and the topics and the hangouts were getting monetized and getting the watch hours, and now I think he finally realized is that you need to put up real content, and he started doing that, and I think that that's going to really accrue to his benefit, because Harvey, you're a likable person, and people will inevitably come and enjoy your streams. And I think sometimes people that I think YouTube also rates people in terms of their realness on YouTube, and I don't mean people that are behind an avatar aren't real, but I think YouTube started to plug into their algorithms that if you're just sitting behind a picture and talking, it could be slightly devalued compared to people that have cameras on and are sitting there and doing the live streams. I mean, who knows at the end of the day? But hey, Sister Earth. So if it was chasing money, I wouldn't have. Hey, Ghost Player, if it was about chasing money, I wouldn't have made it to year 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because there's really not been a lot of money in YouTube. Kitten Cat says, I've been using ad block for over 10. I have no idea what a YouTube ad even looks like. Well, Kitten Cat, they got you, because now they have embedded pre-roll ads that you have to watch before you can look at the video. Oh, thank you, Patsy. Take a look at the Christmas tree there. I like to have the red satin bows. The bows are a little redder than they show up on the tree, but thank you very much. It's much appreciated. So do content, get out there on the road, show some things, enjoy, I think that's the whole point of it. You'll never sustain if you'll get to a point where Green Bay Wacky has gotten to where he has the feeling like I've put so much time and effort into buying equipment and outfitting a studio and prepping and hundreds of hours of work into preparing a really high quality show, and the results just aren't financially there. In my opinion, that's how people don't sustain on YouTube. The no ads embedded. I don't care about ad block. I don't care, Kitten Cat. It doesn't. I'm not even monetized. It doesn't even matter to me. I could care less at this point in my life. I get plenty. I get much more support in, the tips that people give and the kindnesses they show. You saw this morning's video with the nice Australia jackets that Jogi had given us. I get much more out of that than I ever got out of Google AdSense. So people are disappointed, right? Right, Jen? She's saying yes. She's vigorously shaking her head. Yes, in total agreement on that. Yeah, I don't care, Kitten Cat, so I'm wrong. I'll live with it. Who gives a flying hoot? Okay. Yeah. Let's see what else I got to talk about today. I don't know. It's like I can't worry about kitten cats sitting there like Ebenezer Scrooge or Mr. Burns on The Simpsons. Like, you know, you get people that are Scrooges like that. Yeah, it was a nice vid with you and Jen. Thank you, Linda. Aren't they nice hoodies? And the other good thing too is that I did put a video up yesterday, a little really short cinematic piece for Christmas time. I hope you guys enjoy that. What do you guys celebrate New Year's Eve? I go to bed at about 8 o'clock at night, Berlin. I don't do anything. I used to do stuff for New Year's Eve, but now there's so many nuts on the road. I know, Sandy. There's so many nuts on the road now on New Year's Eve, and firecrackers and people with M80s and discharging guns. No, kitten cat, I'd say your skin is getting thinner. Everything seems to trigger you. Every comment that somebody makes. Hey, Darren, seems to trigger you to the nth degree. But I like that. I enjoy that.
When
Yeah.
I close my eyes, I can't see kitten cat's comments.
Friday, I'll be going to Chicago to celebrate Christmas. Awesome, Miguel. That sounds very exciting. Very exciting. It's going to be hard for mean YouTubers to survive. This is where I think Kitten Cat has a niche. That Kitten Cat has discovered that you could. Thank you, Truth Teller. Kitten Cat has discovered that you can put any message that you want out there, as long as you're not bullying and cursing in the chat and things like that. Yeah, they just put out the update to the harassment policy yesterday on YouTube. To me, it didn't look like anything groundbreaking. It kind of looked like same old, same old. Be nice to people. Don't be a bully. Don't smack people around verbally. And I'll yawn. I mean, where do you draw the line on that? Yeah, there's Jen right there in the side chat. Good morning, Missy Jen. I say hi. Yeah, I'm going to stay home and drink homemade Irish cream. There you go, Darren. Yeah, you'd like to try to repaint reality. I do a good job of it, Kitten Cat. I re-educate people to the reality, and people try to move them off the dime of that reality, and they just don't succeed. How you doing, Fundy? Golden State. Nice to see you today. That's why Kitten Cat survives in here, because she's got, number one, she's got 9 lives, if it is a she. And at least her comments are on point with the way that she puts things. I mean, if you can't take criticism on YouTube, then you don't belong on here. Hello, North Shore. How are you? So I think I pretty much covered that. I think if you're in YouTube land, then and you're chasing the buck, you're going to be disappointed. You're not going to make it for the long haul, in my opinion. Yeah, lives in reality, not some made-up fantasy land of positivity. But the problem is, Kit Kat, I've been positive since I came on YouTube. Okay, you can't fake it for 7 years. It's my nature to be a very positive person. Huh? Have another glass of cognac. Is it past noon yet?
Maybe another schnapps.
I don't drink till. Yeah, I'm not a date man. When you start drinking in the daytime, oh my God. Whatever you drink if you start drinking in daytime, man, you're gone. You better just go to a AA church AA meeting. Just throw yourself in the door, say, give me a donut, give me a coffee, and let me tell you my tales of woe on here. Pinto says, I love how you're always so mellow. Do you own your own pharmacy? Send some to me. I'll pay double shipping. Hey, Pilmer, I've always been blessed with an easygoing nature in life. Doesn't mean that I don't ever get mad, but it's social media. You know, it's YouTube. I've had plenty of stuff bleed over into real life, but for the most part, if YouTube gets you all triggered, then I think that you got a real problem. Uh, yeah, like those old Valium advertisements for housewives stressed out in the daytime. Mother's little helper, right? I'm doing good, Andrew. Nice to see you this morning. Now, in terms of Reno, it's looking very shaky now for Reno. Very shaky, very shaky. I think Lindsay, I think Kit Kat is on point about 40% of the time, in my opinion. But Kit Kat's worth watching though and listening to. Oh, Linda said my sister dropped by yesterday and said there's no way you're 61. I know she looks 50. She agreed. I'm an old bat. Yeah, as somebody used to say, mouse toes. Money can't buy happiness, but it sure helps. Oh, I gotta read the chat. That's just my nature. Yeah, I'm the same way, Kit Kat. I'm not troubled in the least by life. Everybody in my family knows what a dope I am. Knows my history. You know, the whole shebang. You know. Yeah, I'm not sure, Tom. I'm not sure we're gonna play it by ear. The weather here just refuses to break. Okay. Hey, original Al, how are you? Yeah, it's the old cow hoodie with the imbalanced. There we go. Merry Christmas to you, original Al. Thank you, Blonde Bay. Appreciate it. New subscriber, your outlook is infectious. Thank you. Lots of snow here at the moment. Yeah, I'm still surviving, Marshall. It's been okay. I can't complain too much as long as we keep moving forward with the van builds. I think what makes it good in terms of Marshall is that we live in separate. We might as well be, Jen. What do you think? We might as well be in separate apartments here, right? I mean, it's like he's just now the guy that lives next door. Right? Comes over and borrows a cup of sugar or cooking oil, salt, pepper, paprika, hot pepper flakes. Can I use your oven? And
I'm missing our good scissors.
they must be out in the van, honey. The scissors, you know.
Well, they're just shitty scissors.
Yeah. So I think the fact that we have a separate. You know, bunkhouse, you want to call it a shine shack, an in-law, a granny unit, really works to the benefit of, anytime he comes into the house, we always insist that he clean up his, whatever he does in here. How do I feel about the shine shack looking like a landfill? Doesn't bother me. Because most of what you see on camera is just clothes sitting in bins and things. And the Shine Shack was built for very hard duty out there with a porcelain tile floor, special coated walls, everything. It's not that big a deal. Yeah, that's it, Sandy, the guy next door. Hey, how you doing? It's like Eddie Haskell popping over. So to me, I don't get all bent out of shape about the way it, you know, as long as he cleans up once a week and gets things organized. That's just the way I feel about it. If it was part of the house, it would be a different story. But it's a totally different building here on the Rancho compound. Totally different building. I think one of my goals when I stop being on the road, maybe in 8 or 9 years, would be to expand this building here, and to join everything into one mega compound with a center court in it. So we'll see, something to look forward to. But Reno, the weather is blah, 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 blah. Plus, I got to thinking to myself, you know, do I really want to pitch myself into the cold? And yeah, I do. Why would Marshall not want to go to Reno? Because of the cold, I think. Sweet pineapple. Fingers doing a lot better, Olivia. Swelling's down a lot. It's less weird looking than it used to be. Less weird looking than it used to be. Well, Murphy's Law, it reflects on the Rancho, but you only see what a very small camera view gives you the opportunity to see. We're in the middle of a ranch. We're in the middle of a van build in very muddy conditions, raining every single day. It's not conducive. Yeah, yeah. Lindsay says it would drive me nuts. I'm OCD and want things clean always. For me, I'm just that's not my nature to be like that. So. But I'm not saying we won't go up. I'm keeping that option open. I will not make a final decision until Saturday, and you guys will know Sunday if we're on the road. Thank you, Harvey. It's looking better. Green Trout says, funny in a way how some people get upset about what happens in your house. It's yours and not theirs. Well, there's something to that, but people are allowed to express an opinion. But I feel like as long as you don't have to clean it up or be there, we're tracking mud in. I have had to remove, we used to come in the house with shoes on. I can't, Missy Jens barred me from coming in the house with shoes on anymore. So we just have to adjust to the realities of a mud bowl here, and it's getting worse. What's going to happen is somebody's going to slip carrying a panel or something, and they're going to go down on the mud and hurt themselves. So respect your home. But Murphy, you got to understand, my home in here is respected. There's no way that I would let somebody come and stay in here that was not 100% neat in the main rancho building here. But as far as that Shine Shack is concerned, you got to understand, we used that for years for making moonshine, and that thing has been flooded with ferment up to an inch on the floor. But it was all designed to have super heavy duty, where it doesn't have wood floors, it has porcelain tile floors, and all the molding on the bottom has been siliconed at the bottom to prevent water intrusion. So I guess if everything was moved out, it would maybe take 1 hour to clean up the whole place. Oh yeah, see, I don't have any interest in going to check out the ranch. I would drive over there just to look it out, give you guys a view of the exterior and check it out. But would I go inside? I might go inside and have like a drink, but that drink is going to be like $20 or something ridiculous like that. And I'm going to be sitting and looking at, gals in baby doll 90s, which is not the worst thing in the world, I'm saying. But, it's not, I've never had to pay for it, you know what I mean? Yeah, there you go, original Al. Hey Maggie, I haven't had to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? That's a mark of excellence. I think in life is that, man, I like to meet somebody, get to know that person, have a relationship, take them out to dinner, hang out, go to a quiet night spot maybe, or a quiet, not a sports bar, and get to know. Get to know the person and form some type of bond before you pincushion, Did you make moonshine for visitors only, or was it a hush-hush thing? Well, this place actually has a conditional use permit as a distillery here, this property on here, and that conveys with the property. So. Bragg, he has to pay for it. Well, Lindsay, that's the incredible thing about Marshall, is he has no sense of social filter in terms of what's acceptable in society. Now, I know a lot of people in life do use men, not a lot, but some measure of them use prostitution services and things like that, but they don't go out and talk about it on social media. To me, doing that basically sends a signal that I'm incapable of normal social relationships and things, and I just want to cut to the chase. I don't want to put the time in. I don't care about love. I don't care about love in a relationship, and I think that, for me personally, I think that's very sad. And you know, the MGTOW concept. You have the WIGTOW, women going their own way. TIGTOW, transgender going their own way. So that's what I say. Is you know, is one of the few people that you'll meet in life with no filter on the mouth at all. So, oh, if you need to overnight, okay. My friend is a veterinary has a cat house up in Reno. Yeah, great. No, Bob. Nope, haven't seen any of that. Yeah. Well, that's the reality. That's you know, but Lindsay, I'm so far past telling Marshall what to do in life because it only ever blows up in my face. So I don't even concern myself with that anymore. So you want to be a social person that wants to live your life is, I hate to say it, almost on an animal instinctual level, then go ahead and do it. You know. Um, that's the way I feel about it. For me, even a one night stands I've had before. At least I got to hang out with the gal for a couple hours before. Okay, take care, kitten cat. At least I got to hang out with the gal for a while. That made it a lot more interesting than you know, than hiring a pro. Yeah, these mods are smart. They know a poke from a jab. And I say you can have any comment you want, Marshall, as long as you don't frame it in a hateful way. I do all the time. You know, Mr. X has a wrench in the chat now, not to kick people out, maybe to time people out once in a while, but just keep the conversation a little bit civil. You know, take care of the van or neglect. I think it'll slowly probably go down a bit, Murphy's Law. I think the important thing is it's different this time is there were catastrophic water leaks in that van. Those water leaks have now been 100% addressed. There is no more water intrusion of any kind into the van. This is major because every time it rained, rain came down the outside vent above the refrigerator and passed right down to the base that the refrigerator sits on, went right under the refrigerator base and right down to the floor. And you saw the result was a totally rotted out refrigerator stand. It was basically sitting on a toothpick by the time I got to do the in-place frame restoration. That won't happen again. Okay. Water intrusion meant that there was always a wet carpet in the van. The other thing that I think that he totally agrees is you don't cook in a van. You don't cook in the van. You cook outside. You heat up water, and it's about all you want to do in a van. So, how you doing, Smooth? Yeah, I let it be within reason. So, back to the swimming pool. Time to drain the excess water. Okay, Golden State. Do 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 do. Nice to see you, Mr. X. Good morning to you. You'll because you seem single-minded in your focus to just, you know, just be kind of one track in your feelings here. And I just like there's so many more aspects to the van build, the fun that I'm having doing it, the challenges it presents to do a total restoration of a 30-year-old motor coach. I've enjoyed it very much. But I would like to have a break. Yeah, it's very unhealthy to have a wet carpet in there and it's just mold, so ripping everything out, flooring right down to the metal, gutting it has been a real big thing. You want an exhaust fan for cooking. The other big problem is you have condensation that goes on in small Class Bs. And that condensation drips down the window with dirt and carries onto the sides of the van. So let's see. Pinto says, "Good going, Rosie. One of your first shows I saw was when Elvis, blocked me in some party town. That was in Detroit. We were walk. No, okay. Sometimes women come up to me and they're fascinated. They make a compliment or say something nice, and then that kind of sets Marshall off. Yeah, that's what I do. Original. I restore things. That's what I do. Is fun of restorations and you know. But my thought is that he will go for quite a while and keep the band in pristine shape because he did a lot of his own work on it too and poured a lot of his sweat into compounding the rig and all that. Hey Kiwana, how you doing, my girl? I enjoyed your cheese ball video. Very well done. Yeah, you put out a lot of CO2 or whatever, and the heat in a van just causes it to drip down the windows. It's still one blown head gasket away, but honestly, if I was going to have an RV, a Class B would be it because it's built on a van frame, original, manufactured by an automotive company. I don't think at 80,000 miles or whatever that that rig is anywhere near a point where it's going to blow a head gasket on that. Likely the transmission would go first, but you put a bottle of Lucas transmission treatment in, you'll never have transmission problem. I hope that him seeing the deterioration of his home is an eye-opener to start keeping it. Well, we don't know. We don't know, Jen. But like I say, I'm not going to buy into it's my responsibility what he does with the van once it's underway. Chance of a head gasket low. Yeah, the chance of a head gasket blowing are low. So I think that's it. I think I think the picture looks pretty good today here on the. Tear it off the wall. I think the quality of the picture is better. I like light. Marshall likes to sit in the dark and like a hookah lounge. I like bright places. Yeah, he knows. Yeah. Darren, that's true. Yeah. That salt will tear it up, but I don't think he wants to. He, like mine, doesn't want to be in a cold environment. Reno may be an exception. Like I said, I'm not gonna pull the trigger until Saturday on Reno. I want to get a lot of headway done tomorrow and Saturday. Tonight I may be making peanut butter cookies on the McNamara channel and then having a later chat on here tonight. Tomorrow night will be a lemon meringue pie, okay? Do. Let me get out of the way of the tree. Yeah, the quality's always good. Yeah. It has a lot of oil, all the good leaf. Boo. If he didn't have you count on, he'd be up a proverbial creek. You deserve a vacay praying it was. Well, we'll see what happens. I know people want to see us in Reno. It may or may not happen. I haven't decided yet on that. I'm going to hold off. You got the curtain caught. I like the bent rod. It makes... Darren. That was Handsome Robert took care of that for me. Thank you, Uber. Not one channel has gone down on YouTube. I think a lot of these threats are just nonsense. I put out this theory, Green Trap. If you wanted people on YouTube to hit panic mode with this COPA thing, the smartest thing you could do is give a minimal amount of guidance and then the overall feeling that when the statement that came out that YouTube is not obligated to host anybody's videos, okay? And here's the COPA laws, and you better comply, and here's the fines. Man, what a great way to have everybody scrambling for the hills reviewing millions and millions and millions of videos and hitting high gear to clean them up. I think the people that are at risk are the ones that didn't do anything on their channels that have content. Maybe they've been away for 6 months. Maybe they were a bullying and a race supremacist channel or something like that. They're probably gonna be gone. People want to see, hey, how you doing, Lori? Yeah, damn tootin', yeah. How you doing, Drory? Nice to see you today. Hope you're doing well in the great state of Florida. Yeah, Miss Handsome Robert had to hang that up. So that caused everybody to go out and clean all of their channels. Yeah, I mean, I took down everything, set the whole channel to adult content. Went back and checked every video. Every video I checked, because some of them, even though it was set to not for kids, they still hadn't checked it on the box. So I'm really glad that I did. Don't assume because you checked that box, not made for kids, that it actually went through. I had to go through almost 6,000 videos. It took me about a month to do that. YouTube is not laying any games now. Yeah, they're stricter now than ever. They sure are, Kiwana. So, Kiwana, keep your clothes on, honey. Keep doing your thing, honey. I love Kiwana's channel. Hey, Community Cause. FCC doesn't have the manpower. YouTube was yeah, that's exactly right. Cause, how you doing? I really want to get down there this maybe January, February, and hang out with you. I'd like to really chill out, park my van next to your in your compound there and hang out with you. I think that would be outstanding. I'm going to bring in a couple cases of beer and we're going to get get Alien in there too. We're going to live stream a party down there, Kaz. That's what we're going to do. Kaz is one of my pals down in Slab City there, the unofficial mayor of Slab City, and a great entertainer. So, Kaz, I got something coming for your Christmas, so keep a lookout on it. All right, guys, on that note, I'm going to get to work. Probably be making peanut butter cookies tonight. I kind of promised Marshall that I would make them, knock them out, and probably do a late chat. Thank you, Kaz. And then, yeah, I sent Kaz some moonshine. Blow Kaz's head off. Kaz, you're one of a kind, man. I friggin' love you, man. All right, guys, I will see you around. I made live stream the work today outside. Jen, it actually looks like it's brightening up. Is it still raining out there? Okay. All right, guys. Okay, let's get that fight going. Let's get that fight song going for an ender today. Hold on a minute, Mouse Toes. I can't disappoint you after I threw you under the bus the other night. Hold on a minute. Let's see. Hold on a minute. Baltimore Clippers fight song. I don't like to disappoint. All right, here we go, guys. We're going to crank this up. Put that up.
Win you Baltimore Clippers, win you Clippers from Baltimore, fight you Baltimore Clippers, baseball fight for a Baltimore score, defensemen, forwards, and goalie, we'll win without a doubt, for Baltimore and Maryland, every Clipper fan will shout, fight, 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 win you Baltimore Clippers, win you Clippers from Baltimore, fight you Baltimore Clippers.
Thank you. Take it up a half step. Rocking the Civic Center, baby. Baltimore, Maryland. Minor league hockey. Another half step.
Bring you Baltimore Clippers. Bring you Clippers from Baltimore. Fight you Baltimore Clippers and score, score, score.
All right, guys, I will see you later on today. Maybe I will crank up the live stream. I've got to cut the first big panel for the van today. Thanks so much for being along, and have yourselves a wonderful day, and Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.